What's up guys? Welcome to our channel, Cruel Tax and Accounting Tutorial, wherein nagbibigay tayo ng mga tutorial in taxation, in accounting, and even in business law. Okay, so ang objective ng channel natin is makatulong sa mga estudyanteng nahihirapan sa mga subjects na to, no? Lalo na yung taxation, even basic accounting, di ba nahihirapan tayo? So, dumaan din kami sa ganyan, ano? Kasi ako in particular is an accountancy graduate. Alam ko yung hirap ng accounting subjects, taxation subjects, financial accounting subjects, alam natin yan. No? So, ang objective ng ating channel is to help the students. So, ang gagawin natin is papadaliin natin yung mahirap, hopefully. Ganun na magawa natin. Ano? So, welcome to this channel. Sana patuloy nating suportahan. And this time, pag-uusapan natin is taxation. Okay? Taxation series, particularly for this session, pag-uusapan natin is income taxation, specifically fundamentals of taxation. So, part 1. Okay, medyo mahaba kasi itong fundamentals of taxation natin, no? So, hopefully makover natin lahat. For this particular session, ito yung ating learning objectives. Ibig sabihin, dapat after this session, magagawa mo na itong mga bagay na to. First, you must be able to identify the fundamental principles, concepts, and theories of taxation. Kasi mahirap na i-apply na natin yung tax or magkukompute tayo ng tax, hindi naman natin alam yung mga basic principles, concepts, and theories of taxation. So, doon muna tayo sa basic. And then, marunong ka na, alam mo na dapat i-describe yung tax administration and tax system in the Philippines. Okay? And then, number 3, saan nga ba nanggagaling yung mga tax laws and related issuances in relation to taxation? Okay, marami yan no? So, pag-usapan natin yan. And then, dapat marunong ka na rin mag-classify ng taxes at marunong kang i-distinguish ito with similar items. Okay? Kasi, di ba, ang government natin, may mga sinisingil yan na fees or items na related to tax. So, i-compare natin yan or i-distinguish natin yan. Number 5, you must be able to explain the principles of a sound tax system. And then 6, usapan natin yung BIR. Ano ba yung mga powers niya? Ano ba yung powers ni Commissioner of Internal Revenue? And then finally, state the BIR registration requirements. Okay, so in relation to those objectives, ito yung ating mga topics for this session. Hinati-hati natin iba't ibang kulay. First color is blue, yun yung didiscuss natin dito sa part 1. The rest, i-discuss natin sa iba't ibang parts ng session na to. So hopefully, makatulong sa inyo to. Okay, so simulan natin sa definition of taxation. Okay. So, nagkumuha ako ng ilang mga definitions of taxation sa iba't ibang books tsaka sa internet. So, ito yung ilan sa mga nakalap natin. Okay? First definition is a simple definition. Ano yun? From vocabulary.com, it refers to the practice of a government of collecting money from its citizens to pay for public services. Okay, so nakalagay dito, practice of collecting, di ba? So, of a government. Ibig sabihin, si government ay nangongolekta. Kanino? From its citizens. Pwede yung taong citizen o kaya pwede ring businesses na dito nag-ooperate or domestic businesses. Bakit kinokolekta ng government? To pay for public services. Okay, ano ba yung mga public services? Halimbawa, yung sweldo ng mga public teachers, sweldo ng mga government employees, pagpapagawa ng daan, yung mga ganyan. So, for public services. Ngayon, another definition from Sir Rex Banggawan in his book, Income Taxation. It is a state power. Okay, pag sinabi nating state, it is a country or isang bansa, no? Power ng state ang taxation. It is a legislative process. Pag sinabi nating legislative process, ibig sabihin, ito ay vested sa lawmaking body ng bansa, particularly Congress dito sa atin. Okay, so sila yung gumagawa ng tax law, ibig sabihin, and a mode of government cost distribution. Okay, so syempre, kailangan ng government ng pondo para tumakbo yan, 'di ba? Para i-finance yung iba't ibang expenses na ginagamit niya para din naman sa mga inhabitants niya or sa mga citizens niya or para sa mga tao. Okay, as a state power, it is inherent. Mamaya pag-usapan natin yan, yung inherent powers of the state to enforce contribution. Okay, so ang tax is required. Ibig sabihin, generally, hindi ka pwedeng umiwas sa pagbabayad ng tax. Okay? From its subjects, pwedeng tao, pwedeng property, basta ang mahalaga, yung collecting taxes is for public purpose. As a process, it is the process of levying of tax by the legislature or ng Congress, okay? And as a mode of cost distribution, nabanggit ko na kanina, para ma-sustain or ma-finance ni government yung iba't ibang expenses niya para mapatakbo yung ating government. Another definition from the book of Sir Tabag and Sir Garcia, define nila yung taxation as a process or means by which the sovereign, the country, or the government, through its lawmaking body, yun yung Congress natin, imposes burdens. Okay, ganun ang term na ginamit, burdens. Kasi nga, magbabayad magbabayad ko, kolektahan upon its subjects and objects within its jurisdiction. Okay? So, mamaya pag-usapan natin yan tungkol sa jurisdiction na yan. For the purpose of raising revenue. Kasi, ibig sabihin, yung taxation is a form of raising revenue. Diba? Kailangan ng pera ng government. Why? To carry out the legitimate objects of the government. Nabanggit ko na kanina yung ilan sa mga ginagastosan ng ating government. Okay. So, tuloy natin. So, sa madaling salita, yung definition of taxation, pwede nating illustrate as like this. It is a process of imposition and collection of taxes. Tama? Okay? Nino, by the government through the legislative and executive department or branch of the government. Legislative, sila yung gagawa ng law. Executive, sila yung mag-i-implement ng law. Okay? Kanino ka nakolekta? From the taxpayers na pwedeng individual or non-individual, pwedeng tao, pwedeng business, or a juridical person, or kaya naman property. Yan, pwede yan ang kolektahan ng government ng taxes to raise revenue. Why? For public purpose. Okay, so tuloy natin. So sana naintindihan natin yan, Okay. So next, ang pag-usapan naman natin is yung inherent powers of the state. Kasi nga, nabanggit kanina sa isang definition, it is a state power, yung taxation, di ba? Ngayon, pag-usapan natin, what are the inherent powers of the state? Taxation lang ba yan? Okay, so, sige, next tayo. Yan, ano nga ba yung inherent powers of the state? Ayan, pag-usapan natin yan. So, taxation is definitely an inherent power of the state. Ibig sabihin, likas na sa bawat state or sa bawat bansa yung power to tax. O, mamaya explain pa natin mabuti yan. Ngayon, these are the three powers of the state. Okay, so we have taxation power or the power to collect taxes for public use. Number two, police power or the power to regulate behavior of the people and enforce order. Why? To promote public safety and general welfare of the people. Okay, so taxation to collect taxes. So, madaling intindihin yun. Police power. Di ba? Meron tayong iba't ibang regulatory agencies in the Philippines. Halimbawa na lang is yung mga drivers regulated by LTO or LTFRB. Tapos tayo naman bilang mga citizens, di ba? We have to follow the law. Kasi pag tayo ginulo natin yung community, hindi meron tayong mga police, huhulihin ka niya, mga ganon. Okay? We also have the power of eminent domain or the power of the government to take private property for public use. Halimbawa, gagawa ng daan, tatamaan yung property mo, pwedeng kuhanin ng government yon. Kaya lang may payment yon. With just payment. Okay? Hindi naman basta-basta kukunin lang. So, these three are the inherent powers of the state. Ibig sabihin, even without constitutional grant, ibig sabihin, kahit hindi nakalagay sa constitution na itong mga bagay na to, itong mga powers na to is pwede itong i-exercise ng isang state or ng isang government or ng isang bansa. Okay? Bakit? Because these powers are necessary for an organized government. Kasi, tulad niyan, di ba? Paano mag-ooperate ang isang government kung walang makokolektang funds or taxes? Magiging magulo ang isang society o isang government kung hindi i-exercise ang police power, 'di ba? Hindi magkakaroon ng improvements, mga kalsada, etc. kung walang power of eminent domain. Ang mahalaga, itong mga powers na to, i-exercise na ang purpose is for public benefit or for public use. Ngayon, gaya ng nasabi natin, the power of taxation is an inherent power of the state. Ibig sabihin, this is natural and inherent. Okay? Gaya ng binanggit ko, it is exercisable even if in the absence of an express grant of power in the Constitution. For your information, yung Constitution, it is the supreme law of our country. Ito yung pinakamataas na batas wherein lahat ng batas na gagawin or ginawa nakaangkla doon sa Constitution. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya pwedeng lumabag sa Constitution. Pero kung papansin mo, power of taxation, sabi dito, it is exercisable. Pwedeng gawin. Okay, pwedeng mangolekta ng tax ang government even without the express grant of power in the Constitution. Ganong katindi yung power of taxation. Nagets nyo? Iba, napakatindi. Kasi, kailangan ito. Mamaya, pag-usapan pa natin yan. Okay? Ngayon, kailangan nabanggit natin, inherent ang power to tax in every state. Lahat ng bansa tanggap yung konsepto na ganon. Okay? Kasi alam nilang kailangan ito. Ngayon, i-relate natin dito sa tinatawag nating lifeblood doctrine. Ano ba itong lifeblood doctrine na to in relation to tax? Okay, so habang nakikita yan, probably na nagkakaroon ka na ng idea kung ano ba yung lifeblood doctrine na yan. Ngayon, okay, ano nga ba itong lifeblood doctrine na to? So, simplihan natin, Simple, ganito lang yan. Taxes are necessary. Why? Because it is the lifeblood of the government. Walang mag-e-exist ng government or walang makakapag-operate or function ng maayos na isang government kung walang taxes. Naiintindihan ng lahat na taxes is a necessity for the existence of a government. Imagine mo na lang, di ba? Paano babayaran yung mga empleyado ng gobyerno? Di ba? Paano makakagawa ng kalsada? Paano makakagawa ng public schools? Paano makapag-o-offer ng libreng health services? Di ba? Kung walang taxes. Okay? Walang police kung walang taxes. Walang public parks, yung mga yung dito, yung mga covered courts, wala tayong mga ganyan-ganyan, 'di ba? Kung walang taxes. Okay? Parang tao, 'di ba? Kung ikaw ay naubusan ng dugo or wala kang dugo, ikaw ay patay. Ganon din yung government. Kung walang taxes, patay ang isang government. Ganon kasimple, the lifeblood doctrine in relation to the necessity theory. Okay? The existence of a government is necessary, 'di ba? For an organized society. Okay? So, 'yun ang lifeblood doctrine. Ngayon, pag-usapan naman natin is yung scope of taxation. Alam na natin ngayon na ang tax is necessary. Kailangan ito. Okay? Because it is the lifeblood of the government. Ngayon, pag-usapan natin yung gaano ba kalawak o gaano ba katindi ang kapangyarihan ng taxation or yung power to tax. Ano ba yung mga pwedeng i-tax? Okay, so yun ang pag-uusapan natin. Scope of taxation. Okay. So, ito yon ano, ganito katindi yung power of taxation. Sabi dito, it is comprehensive, unlimited. Oh, di ba? Unlimited. Ibig sabihin, kahit ano pwede niyang i-tax, no? Walang limit. It is supreme. Ayan, ganun katindi yan. And plenary. Ibig sabihin, absolute. Paano natin i-apply itong power of taxation na to? Yung scope of the power of taxation. Comprehensive, unlimited, supreme, plenary. Ibig sabihin, the government or the state can tax anything, anytime, anywhere, and at any amount. Di ba? Matindi. Di ba? Ngayon, ano ba yung mga existing na taxes? Pag nag-business ka, itatax ka. Pag nagbenta ka, itatax ka. Value-added tax. Okay? Pag nag-exercise ka ng iyong profession, halimbawa, ikaw ay isang doktor, ikaw ay isang lawyer, ikaw ay isang accountant, itatax ka. Ano pa? Pag ikaw ay magdo-donate, itatax ka. Even if mamatay ka, ita-transfer na yung property, itatax ka, 'di ba? Gano'n katindi, 'di ba? Halos lahat itina-tax na. Ngayon, sabi dito, it is unlimited, supreme, and plenary. Anything, anytime, anywhere, pwedeng i-tax. Okay? Dati, merong lumabas na yung pati pagte-tax natin, lalagyan ng tax. Okay? Tanong, pwede bang gawin ng government? O, based on this principle, pwede. Because it's unlimited, supreme, plenary. Basta ito for public purpose. Okay, so balang araw di natin alam kung ano pa yung mga ita-tax sa buhay natin, 'di ba? Okay, pero generally puwedeng gawin 'yan ng government. Okay? However, itong power or scope of the power of taxation is subject to, kasi sobrang nakakatakot din 'yun minsan, eh, yung sobrang tindi ng power ng government, 'di ba? Baka maging sumobra kumbaga. Kaya meron din naman tayong tinatawag na mga limitations. Particularly, we have inherent and constitutional limitations. Yung power to tax na to is subject to these limitations. Yan yung pag-uusapan natin next meeting, yung inherent and constitutional limitations. Okay? So, I hope meron kayong natutunan dito sa session natin. Masayang pag-aralan ng taxation, and hopefully, suportahan niyo yung channel natin. Paki-like, mag-subscribe kayo, mag-comment kayo kung ano gusto pa niyong pag-usapan natin, and see you on the next video.